Y'all already know what it is.
It is what it is.
Y'all already know what time it is.
Mic check.
Welcome to another edition of the Sit Down Revised. I'm your man, Earl B. And today is not only a special day for me. I got somebody that I've been knowing for a long time. I'm talking about we like real. I'm talking about close. Our families is migrated together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mic check.
So at the end of the day, I need y'all to get ready for this. So, you know, this is the Sit Down Revised. My name is Earl B. And let me just tell you a little bit about what you got coming up, right? So what you got coming up today is you got a one-on-one with my partner, my guy.
Right.
Somebody that I'm talking about been knowing for years. When he touched this microphone back in the day, he gave him smoke.
Yes, mic check.
Smoke.
Mic check.
The gate. He gave him some smoke.
Yes.
Right? So
man.
The one thing that I need you to understand is that, you know, the Sit Down Revive, you never know who's going to be on the Sit Down Revive. You never know. You never know. You never know.
Yes.
So I got somebody that came all the way from Texas.
Yes.
Originated right here in Kansas City.
Legend. Yes.
Originated right here.
Yeah.
So what I need you to do is understand this.
Pioneer.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They say if you really want to shine, all you got to do is hang around the people that got a bright light.
Here we are.
They say if you really want to shine, all you got to do is hang around people who got a bright light. So you know what? Here it is. You know, let me tell you about this podcast. So this podcast is free of judgment.
Right.
This podcast will have interesting people from all different walks of life who will share, educate, uplift. They will give motivation and inspiration to uplift the culture. This podcast will have interesting people from all walks of life who will be able to tell their story in an environment free of judgment.
Amen.
Do you hear me? Free of judgment.
Word.
My mama named me Earl Lee Belton Jr. and welcome to the Sit Down. Welcome to the Sit Down. Welcome to the Sit Down, huh? You hear me? You hear me? Welcome to the Sit Down. You hear me? Welcome to the Sit Down. So first and foremost,
let's go.
I just need you to understand something. You know, me and Meech go way back, so you know this is a special tribute right now. You know, Meech. So the one thing, man, just right out the gate, man, that I gotta tell you, man, thank you, man, for giving me this opportunity.
Oh, it go both ways. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You. Hey, I reached out. You reached back.
Yeah, man.
And here we are. That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
I mean, you know,
Yes,
sometimes people don't understand, man, that you just have to take a moment, man, to give people some real love.
Amen.
So, man, I when you reached out to me, man, I had to. This is something, man, that I feel really, really good about to be able to do this, man.
I appreciate it.
You know?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. So, you know, well, the one thing, man, about the Sit Down is that this is an environment, man, that's free of judgment.
Yes.
So we're gonna talk about a few things. We're going to get into a few things, but first off, I want to give a big shout out to Kansas City.
KC.
I mean, everybody who's doing their thing here.
Hey, do y'all shit, man, whoever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we big up on that shit, man.
Yeah.
You just got to support better, that's it.
All day. Oh, man, we're going to get off into that. Yeah. We're going to get off into all that. We're going to get off into all of that, brother. Trust me, man. The thing that I learned, man, is that, you know, a lot of people, man, give a lot of great lip service.
Yeah. No shit.
I mean, a lot of people give a lot of great lip service.
Oh yeah, talking.
You know, see, the thing is, man, you know the one thing, man, that they told me back in the day, if you can't talk it like you walk it, don't even talk it.
Don't say shit.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Don't say nothing.
You know what I'm saying? So, welcome to the Sit Down, man.
The Sit Down.
Welcome to the Sit Down, man. You know,
Sit Down.
Yeah, man. You know,
mic check.
The one thing, man, that I want to say right out the gate, man, is that I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I'm proud of you also. So we're going to be going back and forth in here.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you too, brother. Let me give you some of this right here.
I'm here, man.
Right there.
Some love. I mean,
brother to brother. Yes, sir.
But on some, I'm talking about Meech, man. I remember when you first started this thing, man.
Oh,
This
okay.
journey.
Yes.
I remember this journey.
Wow.
I'm talking about from, being over at your cousin's house.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Being around your family,
Right.
being blended together.
Yeah.
But when you first started, man, I took an opportunity, man, because a lot of people don't understand that this music business is a music business. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't understand. They just feel like, oh yeah, hey, I'm gonna just get off in here. I'm gonna make me some joints. And see, the one thing that I want to let everybody know is this right here. See, everybody feel like they gonna do a Soulja Boy. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
Back in the day, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When Soulja Boy came out, he did that, woo, and then his shit went hot, right?
It was on.
And after that one song, he was nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Them one-hitter quitters.
Yeah.
So, but what I want to say, man, is that the music business is a business.
Right.
And so when I remember back, I'm just talking about, from hanging out, man, in the park, how we used to do it.
Right.
And when you know what I'm saying, first really started really showing me that this was for real.
Right.
Man, you lay some bars, and I was like, damn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We was just out at the park, just bullshitting,
right.
And I was like, man, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Meech is talented, and not only that,
right.
we started, rapping about some things, and I mean, not to say that nobody's talented. That's not what I don't want to get that. I don't want nobody to get that, but you had it natural, bro. I mean, natural.
Wow.
It was just natural.
It came with a lot of work, though.
Yeah,
came with a lot of work.
Absolutely. You got to put it.
Came with a lot of work.
You got to put in the work.
Got to put in the work.
You got to put in the work, because if you don't put in the work, like my mom used to say, if you don't work, you don't eat.
You ain't gonna eat. Eat what?
That's what. Yeah. Real talk. Real talk. So, in case you don't know, I got my man, somebody near and dear to me. I got Meech in the building. MeechRappz.
I ain't making no noise, man. Slow motion, steady coasting.
Absolutely.
Trying to get there. Working to get there.
Absolutely.
Stay focused.
Absolutely.
Yes. What's up with you?
So, man, welcome to the sit down, bro.
Yes.
Welcome to the sit down.
That was a hell of an intro, too. I want to say that.
I mean, shit, I can give you an intro. You know what I'm saying? Let me get, you know what I'm saying? Shit, let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me give you one of them. Let me give you one of them. Let me give you one of them.
Appreciate it, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got my partner. You may know him, and you may not. I'm talking about multi-talented father, brother, uncle, special cousin,
let's go,
friend,
all that,
businessman,
the one and only nigga.
I got him, y'all.
Never be another nigga like this.
I got him. MeechRappz in the building.
Hey, man. Word.
You talk about, boy.
We here, man.
Shit. I give you an introduction, boy.
We here.
You know what I'm saying? And I sell them joints for $39.99.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Meech, man, what's happening, baby?
Hey, man. Hey. We here, man. Hey, still working. Just working, man. Just trying to get people up on who I be, man. That's it.
Right.
It.
You know.
We've been here for a minute.
Yeah, man. I mean, the hardest thing, man, that I come to understand, man, is that people just don't understand what it takes to be consistent.
Hey, man, that's tough. Word.
I mean, consistency is the key.
Man.
I mean, so, when I say this, and I'm not trying to talk. I'm trying to say nobody ain't consistent, but consistency is the key.
No, that's one of the main keys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So before we even get off into this thing, man, why don't you tell everybody who you are, man, and what you do, bro?
Man, I'm Meech. I come from Kansas City, Missouri, born and raised in Kansas City, Missouri. Come from a single parent mother, my mom, Carmen K. The oldest of 4 kids, P-Dub, Rennie Wren, Anna, which my 2 sisters has passed. So God bless them.
Yeah.
Man, come up from the time when you work. You work, you know what I'm saying? I come from looking at grandpa and them working, man. So I come from that era of it. And then we got introduced to this hip hop, man. This hip hop.
Yeah, okay.
This hip hop 79, I reckon, Rapper's Delight or whatever it was.
Right.
But you know, the intro of that was changing in everybody's life that was listening to rap, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So that was one of the things we got into, but we worked and it wasn't really a lot of the shit we got going on now as far as black people. It was more love back where I was coming from.
Right.
Back then, you know, growing up. Which is 70th and Bell Fountain, man. That's where I come up at out there.
In the 70s.
Yeah, we was out there in the 70s.
You know them youngsters, man, changed up the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? You just can't say, hey, I'm from 70s. You know what I'm saying? You know, you ask a young, where you at? I'm in the 70s.
Right.
I'm in the 30s. I'm in the 40s.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they got their own thing going, man. They got their own thing.
Yeah,
but yeah, we come from that era where it wasn't a lot of killing, man. It was people.
No.
We as black people was cool with each other.
Yeah, it was love.
It was a lot of love, man.
It was love.
In the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I come from that. You know what I'm saying? As far as the rap music, I was my artist that I really made me want to write was LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I ended up performing.
Shout out to LL.
Yeah, oh man, and he's still dope right today though. LL.
He got some heat.
Yeah, I'm from that. So you know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know, hey, LL was one of the coldest ones that I thought it was. So he made me want to write. So I started writing my own shit from then on, and then found out my family, on my pop side. These people wrote poems. Okay. So this shit ended up coming from a real place for me.
So it was real natural.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier.
No doubt.
But then I was like, you know, shit, you got to put in that work, man. But I always thought hip hop was one of the coldest art forms ever, man. And shit.
Right.
You know, now they done changed it up against us. It's kind of like the music we became slaves to our own art.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With the drill, all that killing shit, man. Yeah. You know, but what I'm digging about hip hop right now, you're seeing a lot of older artists. And then artists that you never really heard of, you can get on the platform and speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm one of them ones that want people to know that I'm one of them artists from back then. But I still rip your shit right now. Though.
You still going out?
I get it.
Where you go with
we can perform open act for whoever. I can open your act anywhere. We can go right now.
So if you think that you that cold,
let's go.
And you can stand up and go toe to toe on the microphone. Make sure you hit up the sit down.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Right out the gate, baby.
Sir.
I'm telling you, right out the gate.
So what's up, Earl? I know I was jibbling and jabbling, man.
Oh man, you know, like I said, I want everybody to know where you come from, what you do. You know what I'm saying? Because see, I know that LL was your musical influence.
Yes,
you did.
That's what I wanted to say.
So, you know, I understand, man, that, you know, you started in 85.
85, yep. So, my first rap, man, 85. So don't do it.
That was your first joint?
First do it. Cocaine and crack is very whack. If you know someone who does it, you better stand back. Because it's an influence upon you. And if you don't know, you'll be true, some shit like that. See, I was always anti-drugs. That's where I come from.
Okay, so you started the musical journey, man, in 85.
85.
So your first mixtape came out in 1993. So from
93, yes.
So from 85 to 93.
Yes.
Tell me how you grew in those years when you first dropped the mixtape.
That was Dog in the Spot in the city I live, Dog in the Spot with my boy DJ Dooley and DJ Def. Yeah, and I think my boy Riff did the beats on there, the tracks on there, OG Riff.
Okay.
That was early, man. That was early in the game right there. Hey, the tape didn't have no hooks.
It was just straight bars.
Yeah, we just talking about you might got 24 verse bars, man. I mean, it's dope, but it didn't really have no hooks on there. But that was one of my first tapes that I put together and put out, and that was in '93. Yes, it was. That was a dope little tape for us, man. Yes, sir.
So let me ask you this, man. So you dropped this in 93.
93.
All right. So 93. You started in 85.
85.
So 86, 87, 88, 89, all the way up to 93. What were you doing in between that process?
Working on the art. That's why I was saying, like you say, to come natural, but at the same time, you got to put that work in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was basically what it was all that time. You know, you might do a show here and there back then, but you know, like I say, like around that time, when I first started rapping, rap wasn't like a popular thing to be doing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, everybody wasn't no rapper. I'm a rap artist, but I'm just saying everybody wasn't applauding rappers. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
And rap was kind of like forbidden if you wasn't. Yeah, like if you wasn't too sharp, you wouldn't know. But rap wasn't one of them things. Like now, and every time somebody get killed, he was a rapper. You usually didn't get people wasn't messing with rap. Nah, rap they didn't did us cute.
Yeah, man.
They really gave it a bad name.
And it wasn't even about none of that.
Yeah, hip hop is hip hop. That's why you see the OGs resurfacing.
Yeah,
resurfacing. Now y'all was wrong. The talent don't stop.
No doubt.
It don't matter how old you get. It don't matter. The people that's putting the money in this other music, they probably don't look at it that way because they want us to do what we've been doing on this music, killing each other, talking disrespect to each other. Yeah. They already put all the brothers in the joint killed. Now they got the young ladies that we used to call hoochie mamas #1 stars in the game.
Man, let me tell you when this flipped, man. Let me tell you when this flipped, man. This flipped when we decided that this is not an art form no more. See, people don't even realize this is an art form.
All day.
You know what I'm saying? And it's hip hop for a reason. See, hip hop, what they don't understand, hip hop originated, man, in the Mecca. Hip hop originated in New York.
Sure.
Straight out. You dig? So I'm talking about, I don't know what a lot of people's musical influences were. Ooh. But I'm talking about the art of hip hop, right? I'm talking about the art of hip hop, right? So I used to go to Smack events before Smack got big.
Right.
I was there at the battle raps. You know what I'm saying?
New York.
In New York. Oh, yeah. At the Mecca, baby. Right. At the Mecca. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was there. I'm talking about I watched it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my family in New York. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sugar J. You know, shout out to everybody up that way getting it in. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DJ Self, my boy. Shout out to Self. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of the people, you know, that I met all along the way. R.I.P. to DJ K. Slay, who showed me the magazine game.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. K. Slay. You did. So, I mean, it was real up there. It was the Mecca. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I watched Nas get down on the Queen Bridge back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I watched all these things, you know? So as I understood that this is hip-hop, is competitive.
For sure.
And then I had the opportunity to see Big Daddy Kane.
Oh.
Jesus, man, Big Daddy Kane was a lyricist, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, I you know what? Let me rephrase that.
He dope right now.
I ain't gonna say he was a lyricist. He still is a lyricist.
Spitting. All the OGs
you know what I'm saying?
Spitting.
Still, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
still, I'm talking about Jesus, man. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't stopped.
I seen Cube. I met Cube back in the day. Real good dude. You know what I'm saying? But I was in the tunnel. See what I'm saying? I was in the underground when I seen Big Daddy Kane. See what I'm saying? I was in the underground. You know what I'm saying? I was in the underground when I seen Dougie Fresh. Huh? I'm talking about when I first seen him. I'm talking about this before he even had any of that. You dig? I seen Slick Rick get down in the tunnel, baby.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. So my thing, man, about this hip hop scene is that learn the culture. Learn the culture. You know what I'm saying? And
now respect the culture. I mean, respect it though.
Yeah.
It's like what I see as an older artist. It's like you could be an older artist, but they don't even like want to listen. I mean, like I don't understand that. All this shit, any of this music comes from older.
Absolutely, everything
don't just start young.
No doubt.
I don't understand why we think everything is young. No.
It all has a birthplace.
Yeah, you gotta be
just
somewhere.
Like we do.
And it should be respected because you wouldn't be who you are without it.
No doubt.
So a lot of that is overlooked, but we understand that. But yeah, I think like you said about the culture, it just need to be respected more. But the media ain't gonna do that. That ain't what they do. The negative shit is what sells.
Job.
Nah, that ain't.
That's our job.
Yeah, but most of us sold out for it though.
So me, let me ask you this, man. So, what was the music scene like growing up for you? What was the music scene like?
The coldest R&B music you ever heard.
Yeah, R&B.
Function, Barcade.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Okay.
I mean, all that kind of music, man.
Okay.
That's what we grew up. Average White Band, BGs.
Okay.
I mean, we already know about Marvin Gaye, all that. But we talking about them groups you don't really hear nothing about, man. Function, One Way. That's what we Cutie Pie. You know, that type of shit. I was raised on that.
Yeah.
I was raised on that.
Yeah, real talk. You did.
Classic.
Real talk.
And they still bump today.
Man, you can play them. I mean, they epic, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of this music that's being played, you ain't gonna play that 20 years down the line.
No, hell no. That
music
done.
None of that,
that music done.
You ain't gonna be playing none of that, man. 20 years down the line.
I don't think so.
I mean, I know so.
Yeah, I mean for sure. Okay, yeah.
That ain't going down like that, me.
But the music we come from, you still bumping that shit.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
That's what nigga was raised on, that music, man.
No doubt.
Like I said, hip hop did come around that month about 79, somewhere around there where we really paying attention to it anyway.
Yeah.
But R&B. Shit, R&B was our music.
No doubt, man.
Songs, Tina Marie.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Rick James.
Man, look at you over here, man. Yeah.
Come on, what y'all talking about, Earl?
Yeah.
Man, we talking about the greatest music ever.
Yeah, I mean, R&B definitely. That R&B era, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I hung out with my uncles, man. So I got real educated real quick.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm gonna tell you, man.
Right.
Let me tell you what my uncles used to do to me, man. So back then, everybody used to have card parties.
Yeah.
You got
fish fries with the fish fries.
Yeah, right. So I you know what I'm saying? I was the motherfucking DJ and didn't even know I was the DJ. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like 7, 8. Like, hey, go over there and put on them OJs. Hey, go over there and put on Curtis Mayfield.
Oh, you knew that.
So you know what I'm saying? I started recognizing the albums, man, and then I met this cat, man, coming up, R.I.P. Larry J.
Right.
I met Larry J. And Larry J. said, man, how do you know music at 12? He said, how you know these music like that? Then Larry J. introduced me, man, to Captain Von Zell. R.I.P. Captain Von Zell.
There we go. We used to go up there breakdancing and up there on Prospect.
Yeah,
Third cross street.
Candy store.
Used to be Johnny Walkers across the street.
On 35th Park,
Come on,
candy store, man.
We used to be in there popping.
That was the
Captain
safe
Von
place.
Zell. That was the safest place where we can go breakdance at, man. That's where we used to go dance at back in the day, man.
Believe that.
And nobody wasn't fighting or nothing, man. It was just niggas in there popping on your ass.
Do you know, man, that we used to have 100, 200 people, man, in the candy store? You dig? 100, 200 in the candy store.
Hey, Mark,
you dig?
Right back,
so, at the end of the day, we had so many people. We had so many people, man, we had so many people in the candy store back in the day, and it was safe.
Right. Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's different, man.
It was safe, man.
Yeah, man. This shit
it was safe.
Different.
So
we got along better back in the day, man.
Yeah, man.
We really did. You might have a fight, but it was somebody might get stabbed, but it wasn't a lot of shooting. It wasn't a lot of shooting, man.
It wasn't
that shit didn't really jump off until
all the
'80s,
man.
Before that, man, we probably argue with them all. You even had fights back then. OGs have a fight and they go get a beer together, man.
Yeah, because you know what? See, here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about it, man.
Right.
When a person know, man, that you gonna throw them hands,
right,
and they know you gonna throw them hands,
right,
they like, yeah, man, we gonna squash this, dog.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When they know you gonna throw them hands,
they ain't throwing iron. They throwing
it ain't. It's done changed, man. It's done really changed. So that's.
But that's the era I need to come up in that R&B shit, man.
No doubt, man.
That's why I love that shit right today.
No doubt, man. That R&B, man. Nigga, we probably was made on R&B.
We had to be.
You know what I'm saying?
We had to be.
One of them good Teddy Pendergrass nights, man. You know what I'm saying? I said to myself, man, hey, listen, man, it's 3 people. Right. 3 people that you cannot get next to my goddamn woman. Good Teddy Pendergrass nights, man. You know what I'm saying? I said to myself, man, hey, listen, man, it's 3 people. 3 people that you cannot get next to my goddamn woman. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers sing the panties off your goddamn woman. You know what I'm saying?
Who's that?
I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm talking about these 3 people right here. You cannot. I would not even let you get close.
Not
to
even
girl.
Close to you, bro.
Now I'm telling you, man. Right. They gonna sing the panties off your girl.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? First of all, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Teddy Pendergrass.
Oh yeah, come on, man.
nigga,
taco chest hair meat ass nigga.
If you go back and listen to the joint, that nigga said, "Come on and go with me."
Oh, Teddy spitting on him though. Yeah,
come on over to my house.
Yeah, he spitting.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he ain't doing no spitting game.
I'm talking about that nigga spitting more game, man. I'm talking about that nigga, man. He couldn't get next to my girl.
Okay, that's
he couldn't get next to my girl.
What's the other 2?
Robert Kelly.
Nah.
Man, this nigga could.
That wouldn't be wise.
No. But no, I'm talking on the lyricist, man.
Yeah, no, I'm saying.
Man.
Cold.
Could not.
R. Kelly cold.
He couldn't.
Yeah, R. Kelly cold. No, R. Kelly cold.
You know what I'm saying? He couldn't meet. I couldn't let him. I'm just saying. First of all, you come up with that shit.
And he be spitting.
12 ways. Hell no. You think I'm gonna let you buy my girl?
Women like
hell
freaky. And then women
no.
Then women like freaky. So
yeah, man. And I'm gonna tell you another one, man. I'm gonna tell you another one.
One more. You said 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna 2 good ones too.
I'm gonna tell you who else you couldn't get with Keith Sweat. And that's my point.
Yeah, Sweat.
Keith, you already know we good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You my dude, but man, you cannot.
Yeah. You know that though.
Keith Sweat, legendary.
Yeah, Sweat be spitting on.
Still getting down.
Yeah, he's
I don't give a damn what you talking about. Oh yeah, Keith Sweat be quiet. Keith Sweat still in the game.
Nah, he getting that money.
He's still dropping hits.
OG still is.
Huh?
OG still.
You know the GOAT. Do you know the GOAT? You know the GOAT of R&B. You know the GOAT of R&B is.
Ooh.
Ron Isley, man.
Oh, for shit though.
Huh?
I'm agreeing with you.
I'm
a music connoisseur.
I'm gonna tell you.
I love music. So yeah,
but here's
you're right.
The thing.
Cold.
But here's the thing though.
Cold.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna break it down on you. You know why Ron Isley the GOAT? Ron Isley came out in the 50s.
He came out in the 50s.
So you know what I'm saying? I want you to understand. He's been out in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s,
every generation.
the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and he's still making hits, man.
They dropped a CD about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Dope. Them niggas still cold.
What is you talking about, man? He's still getting the game, man. Ron Isley the GOAT.
Yeah, he the GOAT.
And that's just my personal opinion.
I agree with you.
You know, for everybody out there be like, oh, man, Ron, do your homework.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. When you come and sit down on the sit down, make sure you did your homework.
Right.
Because that's what I'm saying. Ron Isley.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people going to be like, oh, man, Smokey Robinson was out in them. Yeah, Smokey was out in them days, but Ron Isley came out before all them.
Isley cold.
You know what I'm saying? You got to do your homework, man. So, you know, Meech. So check this out, man.
Yes,
how did the hometown, man, shape you, your sound, your message, and your hustle?
Well, we can start that backwards. The hustle was because it ain't nothing else gonna hustle it for you.
Okay.
So we talk about the Dog in the Spot CD. That was in '93. Shit, I went through a little process with that. In '97, I ended up going to the Apollo. I ended up getting booed at the Apollo.
Yeah, you was telling me that you got booed at the Apollo.
I got booed at the Apollo in '97.
Right. But at least you made it.
No, but see, the thing was that my music sounded West Coast anyway, so there was a chance that was gonna happen anyway. But a lot of cold cold artists didn't got booed at Apollo. So I didn't really take that as I took that as okay, I must be on to something because they booing.
Yeah, let me sharpen it up.
And so we went through all that, you know,
Right.
That's 97, went through some other shit, a lot of other stuff. But all it was doing was creating ideas and songs for this Raised in the Struggle I ended up coming out with. And we ended up dumping that out the trunk, me and my boy J-Rock. We was this was 99, 2000.
I cop that,
yeah,
man.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. But see, we was selling that mug out the trunk.
Yeah.
Straight out the trunk. Eastwood Traffic Way, Nolan Road, 95th Belton. I mean, all over Texas, Atlanta. All that stuff, you know, all them places. It wasn't really, it wasn't a lot of artists from Kansas City dumping them CDs out the trunk like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we went through, you know, that was the song that it came out with the head bob and all that. The head bob being one of the songs that people was really digging. My boy, shout out to my boy DJ Def. Def was one of the main ones.
Def.
Def was one of the main ones over at Uptown bumping head bob back in the day.
Yeah.
All I'm saying right today, back from in them days, we had motion, man.
Yeah.
And we was pushing. It was only two people. Me and my boy J-Rock, we was the only ones pushing it. We could have got a little more support with the push. No telling what we would have done as far as the music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And all we was doing is laying the platform for how you can move your music. That's when I understood about like the market. More white people buy the music. Black folks don't really support the music like the white folks does.
Man.
And that's what I learned through that. And I got ways that I found out about it. And it is what it is, but that's what I learned about the music. You know what I'm saying? White people gonna bump that shit because they like the art of the music. They ain't tripping on how old, where you come. They want it. If your shit bumping their car, they like that shit.
No doubt.
You learn all that. But since then, all that, I didn't put out a few more little projects, but my whole thing now is that being from Kansas City, man, I don't really hear no mention of me though. You know what I'm saying?
Why is that? Why is that?
I don't understand that. And
you put in work out here.
That's what I'm saying. But you would never know that if we didn't sit up here and say that right now. And I don't even really understand that. I never had no issues with cats. It wasn't nothing, never like that. So I don't never understand why it always been like, you know what I'm saying, that when it comes to this music from Kansas City, Meech don't ever be mentioned, especially around that 99, 2000 era.
Right.
We was out the trunk for real with that stuff. It wasn't many people doing that. They could say, I don't know, me and Rock my boy Rock can really vouch for that, man, my bro. And thank you, Rock. Because Rock was one of many that I know that came and helped me, though. So I thank Rock and Def for sure, my boy Def.
No doubt.
But man, all that. So we don't really. That's why I'm thankful to be here today, because I really wanted to say that, because I've been hearing artists, people talking about the music from here in 99 and 2000, and they don't say nothing about that Raised in the Struggle disc that wasn't killing nobody on that pitch.
Right.
But one solo nigga spitting on it. I'm standing on the map of Kansas City.
Right.
This is in 99, 2000.
So you came out, man, shout out to Black Walt.
Black Walt, my nigga Walt.
Shout out to Black Walt, you know what I'm saying? Right. So you came out, man, in that time when Walt dropped his joints.
Yeah, really it was kind of more so, Walt had some shit, always had some shit going, but my music came out around the same time that I remember was like the Road Dogs coming off the Road Dogs. And it was like that Angelica with Tech 9. That was one. Me and Tech did a show down in Columbia. Yeah. Me and Tech always was being cool.
I'm about to have Tech up on here, man. I'm about to have Black Walt up on here.
But, I don't know what's up with that. But, Tech was always cool. My nigga, cold nigga. Cold nigga with the spirit. And, and I number congratulations to you and Tribe on the way. Y'all got that shit cracking over there. That's one of the things. That's one of the reasons why I really wanted to come on here and talk and say that, hey man, we still here though. The older artists still here. The ones that want to be seen. I'm one of the ones that want to be seen because I really feel my shit didn't get that right push.
Okay.
And I feel today we can still do that. We can still do that today.
Okay.
Because the new shit I'm dropping don't matter if you don't really know who I am already.
Absolutely.
So that's what I really learned. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, you can get my music, my new CD, No Features, Volume 1, is out on all music platforms from iTunes, iHeart. Man, go check that shit out, man, and support it. Push it if you can, and we're going to start seeing more of me. But I wanted to let KC know, man, it's all love, but, man, I really don't like the way a nigga ain't being mentioned here. And we ain't got nothing but love for Kansas City. You know what I'm saying?
Everywhere we
and
go.
I'm talking about me,
Kansas
myself,
City,
and
man,
I.
love.
Yeah, Kansas City got all good, but we got to learn to support. And then don't be making it seem like because a nigga older artist he don't supposed to say nothing about nothing. Hey, they had that 50 years anniversary here. They didn't even mention a nigga. I seen artists on there, man. I know they didn't do nothing.
What?
And I'm not hating on no artists, but man, mention the niggas that laid the pavement. If y'all didn't know, we did that shit.
Right.
Ask niggas, people know that. Me and my nigga Rock laid that pavement on that selling out the trunk shit because we snatched it from Master P in them.
Yeah.
But for real, man, we was one of the first ones doing that. And I'm just saying, laying the pavement, and the music was dope. And the music was dope. We standing on the music right today. Because if you listen to the older artists now, all they bumping is they old shit.
Absolutely.
And I feel like this. I feel like this. If you ain't heard this shit, it's new.
Absolutely. Believe it.
If you ain't heard this shit, it's new.
Believe it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing new under the sun.
Yeah, come on, let's go, man.
Ain't nothing new under the sun.
But at the same time, man, I just wanted to really say that because it's like, you don't supposed to have.
Why you think that is, though, Meech?
Hey, man, I really don't know. Earl, I really don't know. I really don't. Instead of upping and, you know, like, hey, man, that nigga saluting a nigga. They ready to boot a nigga.
You know, we've been trained, man, to hate each other.
That's the worst thing. Because I still don't hate you. I don't hate these people,
it's crazy, man.
It's cold on how they keep us separate.
Yeah.
They've been doing that since the gang shit and everything. You red, I'm blue, we don't supposed to like each other, but we niggas.
Yeah.
Up under this shit, man.
It's crazy, man.
And we fall into this shit. Now if we as the black peoples came together as brothers and did this shit, we shut this shit down.
We can go way beyond.
Yeah.
But you know what I learned is that, you know, a lot of people don't really understand that together you can accomplish
with numbers, bro.
You can get accomplished.
It's a whole bunch.
You know,
it's no hating either. It's no hating. There's no hating on this.
You know, before we even came on the podcast, man, I was telling you, man, here's the thing, man, that we keep doing to one another, man.
Right.
See, we put a cap on each other.
Right. I like when you said that shit.
We put a cap on each other.
Yeah, and we shouldn't.
Because here's the thing. A person will cap you off right here.
Right.
They'll cap you off right here. This is their belief for you.
Right.
But once you start migrating and bubbling, and you go beyond that right there, so you go beyond that. Now you the competition or you the enemy.
Right. You become the enemy.
It's crazy, man.
I really believe the enemy.
It's crazy.
Because my thing about the music has always been, I come from the era where artists was individuals. Everybody was one. LL was my favorite artist, but it was a Rakim. Rakim was a solo artist. Come on, man.
Believe that.
These artists, everybody was different. Now in this era, the beats sound the same.
Rakim was a lyric.
I mean, one of the coldest ever. I'm just saying, as far as like the art went, I come from that era. That's the era I come from.
Man.
I don't come from the selling dope era. I really don't. So you would never hear me ever in music talking about selling dope. I might say something about my weed little hustle, but other than that, I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I want to put some fat on your head, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Niggas don't live to be 55.
You ain't got to glamorize the dope game, man. Ain't nobody.
But that's what they did.
That's what everybody talk about because they figure that's what is going to get them in.
That's what the industry was doing, though. The industry was really doing that, putting the money behind us, talking about this shit, though.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. Now, just think if we flipped that and talked about going to school. Talking about reading. That's how powerful hip hop is, though. They try to play hip hop like if you older and still want to get some money out of here, you tripping. No, hip hop is a good business if you can get some music to pop. As any individual.
Absolutely.
You can get some money. Hip hop is a hell of a business. While people up here wondering why this nigga want to get something off this investment he's been doing for the last 40 years.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rich. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rich the Factory.
Hey man, DJ Fresh, man.
DJ Fresh.
DJ Rice. What's up, bro? All y'all, man. Black Walt again, man. All y'all.
Wall, shout out to Tech 9.
Tech 9. What's up with it, Tech?
Yeah, man. I mean, so the relationship. See, the thing about it, man. What I learned is that it's all about relationships.
It's
all about relationships.
But can I say something? Like you said something. Like you said something earlier. Yeah. But see, that's cool. But then, like you said, if somebody want to help you without all that talking about it and just want to help you. Don't do that.
See, man,
you said that.
That's real.
No, that's real.
No, that's real.
No, you said that.
That's 100.
You said that.
Absolutely.
Even if you have a relationship or not, that don't mean you still can't reach out. Give a nigga some game. Hey, bro, hit this shit from this angle. Do it like this. Give a nigga some game. Don't make it seem like a nigga tripping.
Man, what happened, Meech, man? Let me tell you what happened, man. This is what I learned. First of all, man, I'm 59, man.
I'm 55.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll be 60 this year.
Amen.
You know?
Let's go.
So I thank God, number one, to be alive.
Let's go.
Because I didn't think I was going to get out of my 30s.
Yeah, come on, we're here.
You know what I'm saying?
30 years later.
I ain't even going to think I was going to get out.
Right.
Dig? But what I was about to say is this right here is that it don't cost nothing to tell somebody, like, share, none of that. But here's the thing.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
It don't cost nothing.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. Here's the thing.
Don't cost nothing.
What I come to understand is this right here.
But I want to hear this one.
You have people that really don't want you to succeed,
hey,
man.
Come on, man. Hey, people ain't doing that on light. They doing that on light. Man, I used to sell a CD out the trunk for $10. And I sold more CDs than I can get it for free. Yeah,
man. I'm gonna tell you, man.
You might be right, man. I don't know.
Hey, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Damn.
The one thing I'm gonna tell you, man, is this right here. So check this out, right? Many years ago, man, I had an opportunity, man, to sit down with Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Shout out to Steve Harvey. Shout out to nephew Tommy. Shout out to my guy, brother KT. KT, the one that made that thing happen.
Right.
And so, Tommy used to tell me, man, Tommy used to be like, hey, man, I told my Uncle Steve about you, man. I'd be like, Tommy, shut the fuck up, man. You ain't told your uncle about me, man.
Right.
You know, long story short. Right. So, Steve Harvey used to come to UMKC.
Right.
Morning show.
Yeah, I've been there.
And he told me that he wanted to rap to me. So, you know, I'm back there with his bodyguard, Big Boom.
Big Boom was cool. He was cool.
Big Boom was a gangster.
The one with the hat?
Man.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he was straight cool.
Real gangster.
Yeah, he come and get the music.
So me and Boom, man,
Boom was
you know,
I like Boom.
Smoke cigars, man. Big. And, Steve, man. Shout out to Steve, man.
He was funny acting.
I gotta give him this. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Steve was kind of funny acting.
He never was funny acting to me. So this is what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead. That was my fault.
Here's the thing, man. Steve told me, man, that he was going to have breakfast at Niecy's.
Okay.
So he said, man, I want you to come to Niecy's.
Yeah.
So I came to Niecy's. You know, Mr. Perry was like, hey, Earl, you know what I'm saying? So Steve was like, man, you know the owner? Like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? He put me in the game back in the day. So, you know, we was having breakfast, and he was really, really rapping to me. And he told me, he said, Earl, man, Tommy, man, told me, man, about your magazine and everything that you've been doing. He said, man, people think that I just got this money, man. He said, man, but I worked hard. He said, man, Earl, I need you to understand, you're not going to get rich overnight. You got to put in some work. So if this ain't what you want to do, you need to stop it right now. He said, you need to stop it right now. If this ain't what you're trying to do. He said, because if this is what you're trying to do, then I need you to give it your all. But then he told me, he said, I want you to put up 10 fingers, Earl. He said, now these 10 fingers is people that you know, they call you, you call them, they can email you and all that. He said, then I want you to subtract it to 5. Right. He said, Earl, if these 5 people ain't shit, you ain't gonna be shit. If them 5 people ain't going nowhere, your ass ain't going nowhere. If them 5 people drive Chevys, what the fuck they gonna convince you to drive a Chevy? If they live in an apartment building, what they gonna convince you to live in an apartment? He said, but if you hang around 5 millionaires, guess who's gonna be the 6th one? Your ass. Man, I changed my whole friends around that shit, man. I was like, man, that was the coldest game, man. He told me that, man. I left out of Niecy's, man. I left out of there. I was like, man, I just started silently checking people off. You out of here. Yeah. You out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing, man. Meech, man. If nobody ain't going nowhere, you ain't going nowhere, man. So back to this support thing. See, back to the support thing. See, the support thing is this, man.
Right.
A real friend. They want to see you on top. They want to see you at your best. And you know what they're going to do? This what they gonna do, me for real. See, you ain't gotta ask them to support. They just
gonna do it. But that's my thing, though.
Yeah.
You know, you got many people that say they like you, they do this, but you put something up, and then nobody don't push like.
Meech,
I mean, I really, that really like whack to me when you got over 1,000 friends on Facebook or whatever,
and only 13.
You can't even get 3 people to push like.
Yeah, let me tell
we didn't even ask you to put a comment. We ain't. God forbid that.
Yeah.
We ain't. Oh, wait a minute. We ain't even talking about share. No, we ain't talking about it. We just talking about push like.
You know what I learned about that? Man. I'm gonna tell you this, Meech, man. This, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you something real. You know what I'm saying? This was just a few weeks ago,
right?
And so, you know, I mean, I've been putting little excerpts up there, man. And you know, again, shout out to Black Walt. Walt is like, big bro. Just keep putting out your content. Just keep putting it out there, man. Get your YouTube page together. Keep sharing. Keep doing that. Right, Meech. The biggest people on my YouTube is people I don't even know.
That's gonna be the way.
I don't even know them.
I like that.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. What I really come to understand, right? So as me and Walt was rapping, right, and so after I hung up the phone with Walt, man, I always meditate and relax, and you know, I spend time, man, with the universe. I spend time, man, really meditating, right? Yeah. And so, as I was doing this, God told me, stop worrying about numbers. I was like, what? It's real. It's real. Because, you know, I post something and I see people, you know what I'm saying, all the people you see, and you be like, why come they ain't doing it? Why come? You know what I'm saying? He said, stop worrying about numbers. He said, because when it's your time, it's your time.
Long time.
See what I'm saying? When it's your time, it's your time. The one thing that I know is that when it's your time, can't nobody stop it.
I understand. You
can't stop it.
You didn't prepare for it, so you're gonna roll it out.
So you know, I've been staying consistent. I just been focused.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. You know, I mean, I started to see a lot of people, because when you don't do your research, man, you got people who don't know. And so for them people who don't know, you have to give them a little bit of education. You know, see, I started this journey in 2019, 2020. I started this, you know what I'm saying, at the Location 1 building when I had my office up there. Started the podcast journey, had many different people, man, from all different walks of life on the sit down. So I was blessed to have the connections I had for when I was on radio and with the magazine. All those connections allowed me to be on a syndicated radio show, WGTSDB. Shout out to Jay the Great. This man took an opportunity, a big risk, and put me on syndicated radio. Me and my little cousin, Rockstar Cuts, shout out to Rockstar Cuts, put us on the radio, and we became the #1 syndicated radio show on WGTSDB, man. And I'm talking about, let me get myself a right. What number God, man? You know, and I ain't bragging, I ain't boasting.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Explain that.
I ain't even, you know what I'm saying?
God,
became. I mean, you know, I played your music. You did.
Yeah.
You sent me.
For sure.
You sent me joints. I used to play.
Yeah.
I mean, I put a lot of people.
You played it. You for sure played it.
I played a lot of joints from people right here in my hometown because I believe in my people. I didn't ask them for nothing.
But see, this another thing, Earl. This thing I say, man. It ain't no handout, but it's a hand up.
No doubt.
If somebody got some game that they can share with you to make your journey a little lighter, because we all been through this shit, man, right?
No doubt.
But one thing about that ain't changed for me is that the music is there. I didn't stockpile music. That's why I'm gonna be dropping greatest hit albums. Because I mean CDs or whatever when my time comes. But I know it's only one song that's gonna do it.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? Gonna do one song. You gotta have a hit.
Yeah, you gotta have a hit.
You gotta have a hit song. But what I'm saying behind that, we ready for the songs behind all that shit.
Okay.
So at the same time, man.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned, man. It's going down. But I really wanted to say that what I said earlier about Kansas City. I always love Kansas City, but we need to do better as far as respecting the older artists, the ones that still will spit, rip your motherfucking show right now. I mean, it don't matter. I will rip your show right now.
You ready for me?
Man, I'm a performer. In the lyrics. Mic check 1, 2. Scottish Rite Temple, 2010. We ripped Scottish Rite Temple, 2010. We got the footage on YouTube. We don't talk, baby. Naughty by Nature, all them cats was here. Solo, by myself, all the time. But that's what I'm saying as far as the pavement being laid, man. Give your boys props. I want my props. I don't want to hear about this shit when I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear about this shit.
Man, oh my God, man. This is really
God bless.
This right here, Meech, man. I ain't even mean to cut you off.
That's
man,
cool.
For real.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh my God. Now I understand how valuable it is for what my grandma used to say.
Right.
Give a person their flowers while they living.
Right. I want to smell my shit too. I want mine.
Yeah, you know.
I do. I ain't
and at the end of the day, you need to do that.
I want mine. That's why I'm saying it. I want mine.
You know. But here's what I learned, Meech. Here's what I learned, right? You know, man, when you at the funeral and then you got the people, you know what I'm saying, and then they make the announcement. If anybody got something to say, come over here, you know what I'm saying, and line up,
right.
you know, 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah. And then you get these motherfuckers, man, that come up there. Earl was a great guy, man. He did so much, man. He helped a lot of people, man. I remember, man, that we was in, at Men Circle. We was. You could have said that shit when I was alive. You know what I told my family? Yeah. Don't let. Hey, there's some immediate people who can come up and speak.
Yeah.
Other than that, all that, man, that's for show, man.
I told my son.
That's for show, man.
It's for show.
Yeah, for show.
Hey, but I told my son, I said, hey, man, when my time comes, and that shit, and they get up there lying about they was messing with my music, and it could be people fucking with it, but they ain't messing with it openly. Because it's one thing for me to talk about it, but it's another thing for other people supporting it. Yeah. Like you see your song on the TikTok song on the thing or whatever. That's something that would be dope. I mean, it's all kind of stuff. I mean, people don't really gotta like you, but at the same time, I'm just letting y'all know the work I put in it. That I believe in it. That tough.
No doubt. You're supposed to believe in it, man.
Because the music is some dope shit. It's some dope shit. So. At the same time, man, that's all I really wanted to do. Come down here and holler at my boy Earl. I ain't seen my bro in a minute.
Oh, man.
But I'm about to get on back up. I got to get up out of here because we're going to be down here 4 hours talking. Me and him already did our thing.
We ain't even scratched the surface, man. Yeah. But here's the thing what I'm going to say, man. I'm going to say this, man, and then, we're going to come right back, man. We're going to come right back. So the one thing that I want to say is this. You got to be able to believe in yourself.
Amen.
You got to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, ain't nobody going to believe in you.
Word.
Because you the first person that got to believe in yourself.
That's it. That's all you got. Sometimes it feel like you the only one believe in yourself.
No doubt.
You the only one that believe the mission.
No doubt.
That's how you feel. You feel by yourself.
No doubt.
But at the same time, you still pushing.
No doubt.
We still pushing.
No doubt. No doubt.
Still pushing.
Because I'm going to say this, man. I learned that as you grow, you glow. Right. So the more you grow, the more you glow. Right. Because when your shine speaks for your character and actions, so you ain't got to ask no more, you just attract.
That's what you want.
You know what I'm saying? Right. You just attract. So, a lot of people don't understand, the law of attraction, you just attract. See, once you grow, you glow. And then at the end of the day, is this right here. Whatever it is that you own, that's what you're going to get back.
Right.
So if you own some bullshit, you get some bullshit back.
That's what you're going to get.
You own some negativity, it's coming back. You own some real positive, it's coming back. Because that is the law.
Right.
It has to come. Whatever you put out is what has to come back to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to, take this little pause for the cause. I'm going to take this pause for the cause. And I got to come back. Because what I really got to do, I'm going to run down these next 4 or 5 questions, and Meech going to give it to y'all for real.
Right.
Stay tuned. Sit down, revise. Right back.